Everybody? Yes, yes, yes. If you are climbing and you have not learned to master and utilize this tool to maximum effectiveness, or even if you've been doing it for a while and you just numerically clearly haven't mastered the effectiveness of this, then go on VIA University and watch my urgency pitch. I know that Selena and Charlie don't like to scrub the markers off the maps, but that doesn't matter. Get your markers out and let's draw on those maps and let's paint that picture and let's talk about New Cabo and let's paint that dream of New Cabo and let's talk about our prices going up and let's really hammer home the fact that we're going to show you a price today that is going to increase by 40% in a handful of weeks. We really are not very far away from being able to take people out there, and I mean this, and have breakfast in that restaurant and walk through those villas and look at those blueprints and really put people in the picture of that. And as soon as we can do that, and it's not just a pipe dream, does it make sense as to why we would be able to charge more? Like when you can sit on the bed and you can smell it and touch it and feel it, like it makes sense we'll be able to charge more than what we've been charging just selling Arco, which is now coming on 12 years old, 11 years old, and starting to show it, although she's about to get a facelift and the location is great. Like we've been at this for a while, and it's time for an influx of new inventory. And you know, you can even dive into, if you go online, there's 222 negative reviews about our company. Say that early, be upfront about it. And all of them have to do with the availability at Arco. That's been a real thorn in our side. It's been a real challenge welcoming new families to the VIA group because people just want to come to Cabo every year. Cabo is such a mega destination, fastest growing tourist attraction in North America. Cabo is just where everybody wants to be. And for people who didn't want to have to book a year and a half in advance to be able to get into Arco, we couldn't earn their business. So we've kind of had to hold the prices steady, and we're just on the cusp of being able to bust availability wide open, being able to cater to different classes of clientele, people who don't like the hubbub of downtown Cabo, people who want something more sophisticated, people who want something more quiet, people who want something more luxurious. We're about to address all of those things, and naturally when we do that as a company, we get to earn more money doing it. We're going to get into how the program works, but if you're like most people in this room today, you didn't come here to buy this. And chances are you're going to tell me that the timing would be better for you a year from now. Is that right? Didn't come here to buy this? Going to tell me that maybe a year from now the timing would be better? Okay, well I want you to have something you can take and run with, because what we have to show you a year from now is going to be so amazing that you're probably going to want to buy it. So what I show you today, it's going to cost an extra 40%. And put it on here, 40% more plus if you're coming back a year from now. So if that suits you, by all means be my guest. We'll welcome you with open arms. And then of course getting to, ease up off of it. Everything is you get salesy, right? And you use your conviction and you use your enthusiasm, and it's a push and a pull, and so you do, and then you got to ease up again and get friendly and talk to the kids and paint pictures and get into the interval book and get back into the benefits. And this is what we sell. We sell 2,900 points as our VIA Preferred Access membership, and we sell elite memberships. And that should be the only other option that is ever on the table when we're talking about coming back anytime this week. We sell 2,900 point VIA Preferred Access memberships, and we sell, and it's so easy, it'll overcome so many objections. People who can't get in, negative reviews online, blah, 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 blah. When you're an owner of this program or something bigger, you're not having issues with that stuff. Those piddly little memberships, yeah, we used to sell smaller stuff. You'll talk to all kinds of people down by the pool, but they'll probably tell you that they're not working as well as they want them to. That was economy driven. When the economy was as bad as it had ever been, we had to be proactive in our marketplace, and we had to offer smaller programs and smaller inventory, and people had to piecemeal them together to be able to achieve what they really wanted to achieve on vacation. The market isn't in that place anymore, and our developer doesn't want to offer that anymore. This is what our developer is selling, unless you fly first class everywhere that you go and you want the roll out the red carpet behind the velvet rope experience, and we have our elite memberships. Which one is of more interest to you? And start talking about the elite. Because everything should always be a choice close. It should always be, which one do we buy, not do we buy. And so if you're not talking about the elite, if you're at least not planting seeds of it on every single table, then rest assured that in every 20 shots, you've walked at least one elite out the door. If you're not at least talking about it at some point, then it's slipping by, because people can't buy from you what you never even tell them exists. So when we land on our 2,900 points, it's then our job to take all of the wonderful information that the liners have collected on the front end, or all of the wonderful information that we have gathered on the front end, and paint the picture on how this really works perfectly for them. Nobody should say to you, we only go away 1 week out of the year. That shouldn't be what people are saying to you. I realize that. We're selling 1 week in a 2-bedroom. Well, we wouldn't use an entire week in a 2-bedroom. Well, it says here that you're spending around $1,500 a week on activities and food and drinks. So with this, if you came down for 7 nights in the 1-bedroom, you can take the remaining points and you can use them and apply it toward your food and your drinks. And we have this now. It's super cool. When you check out of any of the Via Group properties at the end of your stay, they give you your bill in your dollar amount, and they give you your point account balance and the option to take your points and wipe out the bill. Yes, Ricardo?
This is for all of the resorts, right?
The Via Group properties, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got another question. On the progression timeline, that was based on a 2-bedroom summer. Is it still going to be based on a 2-bedroom summer? Or?
No, actually, Alexandria is working on modifying this anyway. Yeah. Have we done that already?
Ruby said she was doing it, but
Okay, that needs to be done. But yes, we can do that too. Thank you. Yes.
So that would be at the 82, 199 price point.
so do we want to keep the 39 the same though?
All of the numbers will be the same, other than it needs to say 2-bedroom winter.
Okay. And from 39 to 82?
Where?
Right here.
Well, this is 2012. We're in 2016. These need to be switched to 17.
I know, but do you want it to show the 82 at all? Because when did we have the last price increase? From
No, because
52 to
we're doing it
82?
based on today prices, so just change that to a 60.
Okay.
Any other questions? And if we've done our job talking about dream vacations, go to Europe and take 20 nights and see whatever places they told you they have a burning desire to see. Or I realize that while you're still working for the next couple of years, you wouldn't get maximum usage out of this. So you could accumulate what it is that you own and bring all 3 kids and all 9 grandkids down here for that 50th wedding anniversary and have 9 nights in this penthouse. If you've gotten to know your client, if you've gotten to genuinely care for them, their wants, their needs, their people that are important to them, it should not be a challenge to paint them into this picture. And so if you're having a hard time showing people the value for them on 2,900 points, chances are you haven't asked the right questions, you haven't connected on the deepest level, you haven't found out who's important to them and how important they are to them, who else they would send away. I mean, you'll be amazed at what will trigger the dominant buying motive for people. You know, well, and we had this just the other day. Well, you know, chances are we would probably only go away half of this, but it sure would be nice to send our daughter away. She works for a nonprofit. She doesn't make a lot of money. And here's another third-party story. Maybe you're not going to use all of this right now. Maybe you're not going to come anywhere close to it. But when you retire in 5 years and this whole thing is paid for, you can go where you want, when you want, and not have to worry about where you're going to find the money to do it. In the meantime, wouldn't it be nice to send your daughter who works for the nonprofit away on a vacation of her own? Or, literally, you can accumulate it for the next 5 years and go away in retirement on one big, beautiful sabbatical that you've earned. Even if you didn't vacation at all for the next 5 years, it would still be worth it. You lose nothing, and you lock it into today's prices, and you still pay for it while you're working. Because when you're working, you have money, but you don't have enough time. I get that. Trouble is, when you retire, you've got all the time in the world, but you don't have any money. This is the missing piece of the retirement puzzle. Let me help you with that. And there's a whole lot of other ways to be able to paint people into this picture on their terms, based on their wants and their needs. That does not come from you trying to sell them. It comes from you trying to serve them. And you are serving your clients by selling them this, rest assured. You are serving no one by selling them 1,000 points and then them trying to jimmy rig it all together to be able to take the vacations that they want to take over there in ARCO, and then them having to pay way bigger prices to do upgrades over an in-house. That's not a service. Sell people what they need in the long term, not just what they need right now. And everybody's wants and needs are changing. Families are growing, babies